Hi there, and welcome to my Projects Distilled YouTube channel where we talk about all things project management. I am so glad that you're here. One of my 5 essentials for project manager success is taking an active role in your own career, essentially participating in active career management as shown on the diagram here. In that category, there are certifications, promotions, resumes, interviews, etc. In this video, we are going to talk about certifications. Many of you already know my stance on certifications, that certifications are like belly buttons. Everybody has one. But that's not entirely true because early career project managers may not have one yet, and people new to project management in general certainly don't. So this raises the question, what certification is right for you? Now, the certification landscape is large and really complex. There are certifications offered by PMI, the Project Management Institute, Prince2, Stanford. There are also Agile certifications out there offered by multiple institutions. And then there are program certifications, scheduling certifications, risk certifications. There are also certifications in closely related fields such as business analysis, organizational change management, etc. So where should we start? Well, in this video, we are going to start by looking at the certifications offered by the Project Management Institute, or PMI. PMI has been around since 1969, and they offer the granddaddy of certifications, the Project Management Professional Certification, or PMP. But they offer a lot more. In fact, I found a shocking number of certifications that they do offer. In this video, we're going to look at what they offer, and I'm going to share my thoughts on the relative value of these certifications and where you should look for your first or your 5th certification. I hope you enjoy. I am in total shock as I start this video. I have been preparing the contents of this video, and I cannot believe how many PMI certifications are available now. It used to be that there were just a handful, but today I counted 24 different certifications. Really, PMI? 24? My mind is blown. And I'm not sure we need 24 different certifications from PMI, but I can appreciate why they were created. They cover way more than just core project management principles these days. They go into a lot of peripheral areas as well. To help us make sense of all of these certifications, I put together this document showing the waterfall and agile certifications that are available, and generally the level of experience a practitioner should have before attempting to get these certifications. So let's get to it. Let's start on the waterfall side. New to me was this Project Management Ready certification. It is very basic. There are no education requirements and no experience requirements. It's just a 50-minute test. And it looks like they're going after the language of business and of projects. It's very entry level, and it signals to employers that you're interested in project management in a more serious way than just words. But anyone with more than a year or 2 of experience, I'm not sure I would bother with it. Next is the CAPM, or Certified Associate Project Manager certification. It is still relatively entry level, but there are experience and classroom requirements for this one. In the past, I have actively recommended this certification to my employees who are starting out, but they do have to have at least a minimum of experience before they can go after it. I think the CAPM is stronger than the Management Ready, and it's a solid step toward getting the PMP. Everything that you learn in this CAPM and all of the documentation you do to get the CAPM is a building block on your way to the PMP. So let's jump to the PMP, or Project Management Professional. This is the OG certification for project managers. It is based on the famous and comprehensive PM Body of Knowledge, or PMBOK, and it is the industry standard project certification. Now, I have seen the value of the PMP change over the years. It was once a very powerful certification to have, but I've heard some of my colleagues with the PMP say that they were going to let theirs lapse, meaning that they were not going to go after their PDUs required to keep it. This is because at some point, experience trumps certification. Someone with a solid, demonstrable experience in project management may not need a certification. That said, There are an awful lot of project management job descriptions that still list PMP as required or at least strongly preferred. My take on the PMP is that you should have it if you are serious about project management. It's simply the standard and provides not just a framework, but a language and shared taxonomy when conversing with colleagues. I still find value in the PMP. Next up is the PGMP, or the Program Management Professional Certification. This is meant to be a step up from the PMP. It introduces program or multi-project management concepts. I've seen a handful of jobs that ask for PGMP, mostly at very, very large organizations where they do massive programs with sometimes dozens of project managers assigned. For most people, I think an understanding of some of the basic differences between project and program management is sufficient. I would only recommend this certification in certain circumstances where your employer is asking for this certification specifically. The PFMP, or Portfolio Management Professional Certification. This is meant to be the pinnacle of the waterfall certification stack. Portfolio management is where strategy meets reality. Moving into a portfolio management role is a great career move. I've just never heard of this certification helping someone to move into that role. I would be cautious about pursuing this certification unless there was a specific role suggesting that this would help. There are also a couple of specialty certifications available from PMI as well. They offer a specialty in scheduling and one in risk management. The scheduling cert could be appropriate for someone who is involved in a very, very large program and you're the main scheduling PM. For most PMs, I don't know that provides a lot of value. The same applies for the risk certification. I'm a strong believer in managing risk, but this specialty certification should be done with a clear career objective in mind where you know you will get definite payback. I would not do either of these specialties without first having your PMP. Now over to the Agile side of the diagram. Let's start with the PMI ACP. This is PMI's general Agile certification for those just starting out. I would compare it to something like the CSM certification offered by other groups that are out there, but it is much newer and much less known in the industry. This is a good generalized overview of Agile and not necessarily a bad certification to get. I just have to question whether your time would be better spent going after more industry recognized certifications out there. Moving on to the DASM and the DASSM. These stand for Disciplined Agile Scrum Master and Disciplined Agile Senior Scrum Master. These certifications build on a variant of Agile called Disciplined Agile. Disciplined Agile bills itself as more people-centric and less prescriptive on the actual processes. These certifications cover the same general areas, with the DASSM being for slightly more senior practitioners. Okay, time for an unpopular opinion here. I think we have too many variants within Agile. I believe that Agile has a place in most organizations, but by splintering off in so many ways, it makes it all too confusing for the common business person to really care. This is like a who's the better starship captain, Captain Kirk or Captain Picard? The answer? It really doesn't matter as long as the ship fulfills its mission. Now, I hope I didn't offend any of my Trekkie friends out there. And for the record, I see value in Kirk's gonzo leadership style as well as Picard's thoughtful style. Would I recommend a DASM or a DASSM? Only if you work in a disciplined Agile environment and there was a requirement for certification in it. Otherwise, as a hiring manager, if I saw this, I would not know or even care what it meant. Also, I've worked now in two separate organizations who stopped using the titles Scrum Master due to the connotation of master. Maybe that should be fixed also, PMI. Now, we have two more disciplined Agile certifications. One is a value stream practitioner, and one is a disciplined Agile coach. I would apply the very same logic as the first two to these two. Only pursue if you have a solid business case for them. I don't believe that they provide much value in a standard Agile environment. There are also a couple of specialty Agile certifications from PMI. They are both what PMI calls micro-credentials, meaning they take only a short amount of time to get. These are the Agile Hybrid Project Pro and the Agile Metrics Micro-Credential. So how important is a micro-credential? In my opinion, the answer is in the name, a micro amount. I believe your time is better spent pursuing a more industry-recognized certification. So those are the main waterfall and Agile certifications from PMI. So we're done now, right? Nope, not even close. PMI has created certifications in 4 completely different areas. The first is what they call their built environment certifications. These certifications are for construction professionals. And frankly, I'm really glad that PMI has recognized that construction is its own project discipline. I have known construction PMs in the past, and though we were all project managers, we really spoke very different languages. These may be valuable certifications to pursue if you are in that field. However, this is outside of my area of expertise, so I cannot comment on their value in the industry. The next is the Citizen Developer series of certifications. PMI created these as a response to the growing ability of non-developers to be able to use tools that would create applications. This helps non-technical program managers understand the basics of technology. And it's a fascinating idea. But before I put my money into getting these, I would let others try them out and see if they get any traction in the industry. Another area that PMI has certification in is organizational change management. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a big proponent of having a good org change management plan for any project. And I am glad to see that PMI recognizes that. But there are already many organizational change models out there, and there are several industry certifications in organizational change management that already exist and have traction in the marketplace. One of those is ProSci, and the other comes from the Change Management Professional Society itself. It's called the CCMP. I would start with one of these first if you are serious about organizational change management. And finally, PMI has created a certification in business analysis called the PMI PBA. Having business analysis skills is a great addition to any PM's bag of tricks. But there is a whole business analysis profession out there, and just like with the organizational change management, they have a certification track too. I would look at that track before I spent my money with PMI on this. All right, so that is it. We did it. So many certifications, PMI. As I hope you saw, I like that they're acknowledging that there are so many different associated areas that PMs can move into. I just worry a little bit that PMI is diluting the value of its own name by trying to be everything to everyone. I hope you found this video helpful, and if so, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Before we end this, just one quick thing. I've taken my years of project experience and married them with my MBA from UC Berkeley. The result is my book, The MBA Distilled for Project and Program Professionals. If you already have your project certifications and you're looking for a way to improve your skills further, you need this book. It takes MBA concepts from core classes and applies them to project management. It's available on Amazon in softcover or Kindle, or visit my website, mbadistilled.com, for more information.